From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Jenkins, and this is your News 8 Daily 8 Podcast for Friday, July 12th. We begin with an update to a case we've been following for weeks. Former Colts player Daniel Muir and his wife Kristen will be released from Cass County Jail. This decision comes 1 week after the couple was told they would be denied bail because they were a flight risk. Daniel Muir is charged with domestic battery and obstruction of justice, while his wife solely faces the latter charge. The charges are in connection to the disappearance of their 14-year-old son Bryson, whom police found last week during a search of the couple's property in Logansport. The Muirs are scheduled to appear in court Tuesday. We have an update in another big court case we've been following. The attorneys for Richard Allen are asking the state Supreme Court to appoint a special judge. Allen's attorneys say Special Judge Francis Gull has failed to set hearing dates for motions they filed months ago. They say that triggers a rule that allows the Supreme Court to appoint a special judge. Allen is accused of killing Abby Williams and Libby German in February of 2017. He is scheduled to go on trial in October. On to some news out of the city's west side. The coroner's office has released the name of a man killed in a shooting yesterday evening. It happened near West 16th and Lafayette Road. The coroner's office says Otis Levert Keller died at the scene. There's no word so far from IMPD on whether there are any suspects. President Biden addressed questions about his naysayers during a news conference at the NATO Summit yesterday. Since his debate with former President Trump, many have called for him to step down, saying he's unfit for the job. Just take a listen to his response.
I think I'm the most qualified person to run for president. I beat him once, and I will beat him again. I'm not in this for my legacy. I'm in this to complete the job I started.
President Biden answered one of several questions about his re-election bid at that news conference. Topics range from foreign policy to gun control, but Biden's campaign is driving the conversation this morning. Supporters contended he handled important questions in ways that prove he's fit to serve. His critics point to two missteps in that conversation as evidence that he is not. In one, he referenced the vice president as Trump. In the other, he mixed up the leaders of two warring nations. Here's that moment for you and how he handled it.
And now I want to hand it over to the president of Ukraine, who has as much courage as he has determination. Ladies and gentlemen, President Putin. President Putin. He's going to beat President Putin. President Zelensky. I'm so focused on beating Putin, we got to worry about it.
Back here in Indy, Mayor Joe Hogsett and the Department of Public Works announced the selected projects at an event in the Greenbrier neighborhood. That is one of the areas that will see new work. The plans include improvements to streets, sidewalks, and multi-use paths across Marion County. The president of the Greenbrier Neighborhood Association talked about the impact. Take a listen.
Our neighbors can get out and walk the sidewalks now. We had been having to walk in the streets because the sidewalks were so dangerous. We had a couple accidents from our older neighbors, so being able to get this matching funds grant and have it all accomplished has literally changed the walkability of the neighborhood and the mood.
Other projects will involve School 70, the Indigo Foundation, the International District Community Center, Meridian Hills, and the IU Indy Trustees. When it comes to the weather, Storm Track 8 says you can expect a sunny day for the most part, but there will be chances for showers as we move closer into the weekend. Meteorologist Ryan Morris has your News 8 Daily 8 forecast.
We could be talking about just isolated chances of showers and storms, so I wouldn't cancel afternoon plans is the bottom line. I'd say just keep an eye on radar like yesterday. Don't think it will be as much rain as yesterday.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, hopefully not, because it was soaking at times, and we could hear it downtown. Current conditions out there are dew points in the upper 60s, near 70. It is very humid out, expected to remain that way. 80 degrees here in Indy. We do have some clouds, it looks like, passing through Kokomo. I'll have to get a check on that. One lone downpour in eastern Indiana going right through Richmond. Elsewhere, we are dry. And this is the type of isolated activity I anticipate to continue through this afternoon. Bulk of the area likely dry, but it's still an isolated chance, a 20% chance many of us could see some sort of quick shower storm. Temperatures into the mid-80s and winds generally calm and under 5 miles an hour as we look at high temperatures statewide. 85 here in Indy, average high 85 degrees, hitting that right on the nose. 88 in French Lick, 90 in Evansville, 87 in Washington, and 85 in Bloomington. Rain chances the next couple days, isolated again for Saturday in the afternoon with more pop-up shower and storm chances. I'd actually put Saturday's chance slightly higher than what we will see for today, and then isolated to scattered for the northern half of Indiana on Sunday. I'll have the latest on both those rain chances in just a few minutes.
To get a peek at the full forecast, just head over to wishtv.com, or you can download the Wish TV Storm Track 8 app. And don't forget to check out our Storm Track 8 weather blogs. Let's talk sports. Indianapolis is taking on a task that will test the limits of the madness of March. The city has agreed to add to its Final Four hosting duties in 2026, adding a lot more games. News 8's Colin Bailey reports.
We had the Final Four here, obviously, but it's just announced that the NCAA Division II, Division III, and the NIT Championships will all be here in Indy in 2026. Here to talk about all that fun that's happening here in our city, basketball related, is Sam Rowe from the Indiana Sports Corp. Thanks for joining us. Just break it down. I know we're going to have some games here at Gamebridge, Hinkle Fieldhouse, and Lucas Oil.
Yeah, so it's going to be a really exciting weekend. And really, again, Indianapolis is going to be the center of the basketball world. We did that with NBA All-Star. We're going to do it again in 2026. We'll have the Final Four, obviously, happening at Lucas Oil Stadium. We'll have the D2 and 3 championship games happening here at Gamebridge. And then the NIT will be up at Hinkle.
I know this past year we had the NIT Championship here at Hinkle, which was electric, great crowds. We had the first and second rounds here of March Madness at Gamebridge, great crowds again. Was that kind of like, hey, NCAA, check this out, check out what we can do. We want to host all these championships here?
I mean, I think Indianapolis is kind of history and track record of hosting events, not only sporting events, but just large events in general, really speaks for itself. So obviously, wouldn't it be great partners to the NCAA, show them how we can elevate events, and then work with them to strategically kind of pick what makes sense here in Indy.
How exciting is this? Obviously, we know that basketball is just different here in Indiana, but how exciting is this, and how excited should fans be as we approach 2026?
I mean, it's awesome. When you think about just the amount of basketball that we're going to have happen all really the exact same time, it's huge. So, fans might be coming in for the Final Four. Now they get a chance to see D2, D3, NIT. So really just growing, the fan base of the sport too, and getting more eyes on those different levels of college basketball.
It's going to be a great time. I know we got to wait till 2026. Kicks off April 2nd, 2026. Going to be a great time here in the city for the state of Indiana and basketball fans everywhere. But for now, in downtown Indianapolis, I'm Colin Bailey for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
And we end things on a lighter note. If you're looking for something to do today, you can spend time with the horses of IMPD's Mounted Unit. The department's Mounted Unit is holding a meet and greet downtown today. It's at the Barnes and Thornburg offices on South Meridian at noon. The firm is helping IMPD raise money for the construction of a new barn for the New Barn Project that will be on the city's west side. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 podcast for Friday, July 12th. I'm Jeremy Jenkins for Wish TV, wishtv.com, or follow us on Facebook for updates.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast, a Wish TV News 8 update on demand. For even more, on demand and on the go, connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.